Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Crypto Prince, aka C Prince. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, make sure you click the subscription button. So today we're going to talk about Ethereum, we're going to talk about Visa, we're going to talk about Blockfi, and we're also going to talk a bit about Facebook Diem. So let's get into the video. But however, before we get into the video, let's just take a look on the prices of the day. So we see Bitcoin at 19,313, up 2%. We see Ethereum up 3%. We see XRP up 2%. We see Litecoin up 1.9%. We see Chainlink up 2%. Bitcoin Cash up 0.4%. We see Cardano up 2%. Polkadot up 5.9%, and Binance Coin up 5.59%. Let's take a look on the biggest winners of the day. So biggest winners of the day, we see NEM up 10%, we see Thorchain up 8%, Amplify up 9%, Hashgraph up 8%, Engine Coin up 7%, Yen Finance up 6%, Lisk up 4.9%. Let's take a look on the biggest losers of the day. So we see Stellar down 1.8%. We see Leo down 0.9%. So we haven't got any big losers of the day, guys. So the first news of the day: US proposed new stablecoin law. How does it impact Bitcoin? Bitcoin is currently remaining strong above the important 19,000 mark. The cryptocurrency seems to be consolidating to make a final jump beyond 20k before the end of year. However, a new bill introduced by the US Congress threatens to destabilize the market. Presented by lawmakers Rashid Tlaib, Jesus Garcia, and chairman of the Special Force of Financial Technology, Stephen Lynch, the Stablecoin Tethering Banking License Enforcement Stable Act introduced a series of strict measures for stablecoins and their issuers. It aims to protect consumers from emerging risk from emerging payment instruments. Although its progress has been stalled for more than a year, the press release on the law mentions Facebook's Libra as one of these risks among other stablecoins such as Tether and USDC. The law is intended to regulate all commercial activities related to stablecoins and their issuance. Therefore, if the stable law is passed, it will require all issuers of a stablecoin to obtain a banking charter, stablecoin service providers to allow the appropriate regulation for a bank, comprise companies or banks issuing a stablecoin must obtain approval from the Federal Reserve, FDCI, and FDCI and any other appropriate banking agency 6 months prior to the issuance of the asset. Finally, issuers of a stablecoin must obtain insurance from the FDCI or hold reserves at a Federal Reserve to ensure that the asset is backed by US dollar. In a statement, Congresswoman Tlaib said that they are getting ahead of the curve before companies that provide crypto services repeat crimes against low and middle income households and people of color. So first of all, we see that the government is trying to attack stablecoin, and we know that stablecoin is a big deal for the market going forward, especially in this bull run. And we can see stablecoin as one of the major forces, as well as DeFi as well as two major forces. And by the way, DeFi stablecoin is deep embedded in DeFi. So we see these components are one of the major forces for this bull run, and we see that the government is trying to attack the stablecoins. And then we come down to this part. It says that this lady is saying that they're trying to prevent repeat crimes against low and middle income household and people of color. What does that even mean, people of color? I don't get that. How is she going to protect people of color? What is there? Is this regulation is targeted for helping people of color, and this regulation is targeted for helping? I don't get. But what I can see she's trying to say through these comments is by saying that when they have certain securities set up for, like, you need a banking charter license, you need to follow the regulations like a bank, you need to be approved by the Federal Reserve, you must obtain an insurance or owed basically the same amount of money that you're issuing in stablecoin in the Federal Reserve. So to me, I understand how they're trying to help, however, they're scratching their own backs, because if you as a company is going to put money in the Federal Reserve just to be backed by that on the blockchain, you're basically helping the US government. You're basically helping the central bank, because if you keep on, the more use case you have on the blockchain, the more money you're going to be printing from the Federal Reserve, and then in return you're basically helping the Federal Reserve basically staying afloat, so to speak. You're helping them. So I can see, yes, they're trying to say they're trying to help people of color, quote unquote. They're trying to help people of color, and they're trying to help low and middle income household, but really and truly they only care about themselves. So it comes down to say, in the last few months, PayPal, Square, and other well-known companies have invested in Bitcoin. As the specialist Adam Corcoran said, much of this investment first passes through a gateway in the form of stablecoin. Therefore, he believes that there could be a negative impact on the industry in general. If you cut off stablecoins, the market will bleed, not to mention a significant portion of institutional trading capital in the US transact in stablecoin. Let's hope this bill goes nowhere. That's what we're all hoping for. Agreeing on that, other community members have noted that cryptocurrency and stablecoins have served to allow the unbanked to access financial services. Aidan Adam, inventor of the decentralized exchange based on Ethereum, Uniswap, said, if the US want to protect consumers from risky stablecoins, it should release an official government-backed USD token that you could pay taxes with. This just hurts innovation and provides no alternative, but bullish for ETH, BTC, and synthetic dollars though. So basically, this is what this guy, the Aidan Adam, is basically saying, that if the government really wants to help the industry, they will make their own stablecoin. How about that? If you want to help, just make your own stablecoin. Then that will help the industry. That will help innovate the industry. Because as far as I'm concerned right now, the US government is trying to block and trying to stop innovation, all because they're not involved. So this is what they're trying to get involved, and to get involved you have to first cancel or destroy the current system, just like with gold. In the past, gold was illegal in America until the government had enough for themselves. Then they made it legal for everyone to buy and trade gold. But because they didn't have a deep foothold in the gold, they made it illegal. So it's the same thing they're trying to do to USDC now, because they realize that the DeFi space is going to be the hugest space in crypto, because that's where the money is, the financial sector, and they're trying to target the financial sector. So let's go into the Facebook news. It says a Facebook-backed Libra association renamed as Diem. So this news says the Diem project will provide a simple platform for fintech innovation to thrive and enable consumers and business to conduct instantaneous, low-cost, highly secure transaction, Mr. Levy said. We are committed to doing so in a way that promotes financial inclusion, expanding access to those who need it most, simultaneously protecting the integrity and the financial system by deterring and detecting illicit conduct. The association is also expected to change the name of its eponymous currency to Diem dollar, or just Diem, which means day in Latin. So this is my take. This is my outlook on what's going on right now with the US government and with Facebook. I might sound like a conspiracy theorist, but this is just my personal opinion. So what I'm seeing is that the US government is trying to block stablecoin, right? It's trying to block Tether and USDC and all other stablecoins. It's trying to regulate that the stablecoin space. However, we see that Facebook Project Libra has been fighting the government for a very long time, for a few years now, if not for a year now, if not a few years now. And Facebook has been in constant dialogue with the US government, trying to basically get approvement from them. And now we see that there's basically daylight in the end of the tunnel, meaning Facebook has basically been given the go-ahead to do what they're trying to do. And now we see they're rebranding their project from Facebook Libra to Facebook Diem. And this, as what you see, that the name Diem means day. So in my understanding, this means a new day, new dawn for the project. So I believe that personally, now this is my opinion, now might sound like a conspiracy theorist, but this is my personal opinion, that the US government is involved or is looking to be involved in this project, this Diem project, and for them to allow it to go ahead after fighting it for so long. And the reason being, as what I said, that these governments, they're all corrupt, and we see that they're trying to block the stablecoin that they have no association with, that they can't control. And now they was blocking Libra last year because they wasn't involved, they wasn't basically, they didn't Facebook didn't ask for permission from them to do what they wanted to do. So they've been trying to block Facebook for years now, and now we can see Facebook getting some light at the end of the tunnel. So now we see Facebook basically overcoming these hurdles, and because the US government basically loosened the rope they had around their neck, and that has to be for a reason. They're not just going to allow Facebook to do what they want to do without having a big say in what's going on in the market, especially when it comes down to stablecoin, especially when it comes down to DeFi, the new financial market of the world, which is DeFi. The financial industry is going to be transferred from the current world to the blockchain through DeFi, so the government needs to be a part of that. So it says, at the time of launch, Facebook said its cryptocurrency project would revolutionize the global payment system, giving a safe option to the unbanked to transfer money. The social media company estimates that there are nearly 1.7 billion adults worldwide without a bank account or access to financial service. So we see that Facebook Diem is trying to target unbanks, right? Because that's a big industry, 1.7 billion unbanked people in the world that hasn't got access to any loans, that hasn't got access to any financial service whatsoever, no mortgage, no loans, nothing, that you could potentially, as a banking system, you could potentially be making millions if not billions from, just by offering service to these people. And because you in return, we're going to be collecting interest rate, you're going to be collecting defaults, but you're going to be earning so many different money in so many different ways from these unbanked people. So Facebook basically just got the go ahead, so to speak, to relaunch, and now we see that the government is trying to ban other stablecoins. This can only mean one thing in my mind, that the government is associated with this new Facebook Diem project. And now this is not a fact. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion on watching the space, watching the market, understanding what the government has been doing in previous times and how it correlates to what's going on now. So this is just my opinion. This is not a fact. No one has said that officially. This is just in my opinion, as a humbly investor. Let's go to the next story. So next story says that Visa and Blockfi teams up to offer customers Bitcoin rewards instead of air miles. Payment giant Visa is partnering with cryptocurrency startup Blockfi to offer a credit card that rewards purchases with Bitcoin rather than air miles or cash. Users of the Bitcoin Rewards credit card will receive 1.5% of their purchases back in the world's most valuable digital asset, and a pump sum of $250 in the crypto assets if they spend more than $3,000 in the first 3 months. Blockfi said in a statement, the card, which comes with a $200 annual fee, will be issued by Develop Bank and Trust. Mainstream adoption of Bitcoin received a boost from the Visa this year when the credit card giant joined startup fold to offer a debit card that earned rewards dominated in the crypto industry. So we see that Visa is trying to get involved in the crypto space, and what better way to get involved than to offer rewards in the biggest digital assets ever. This is the best way to get involved, right? So for me, this is a very bullish news for the space and for Bitcoin. We know that Bitcoin doesn't need any help to be big. However, we see that this is a big news for the space because this brings in mass adoption. Because if I can earn rewards for free, I can partake, I can have a piece of the biggest digital asset just by spending the normal cash, just by spending normal money. I can get free asset. Like, this is unheard of. So this is very big for the space. Visa partners with Ethereum-based startup to connect 60 million merchants. Global credit card giant has partnered with Circle. So this is today's news, right? Bear in mind, this news about bear in mind this news about the US stablecoin is today as well, right? So this is today's news. Global credit card giant Visa has partnered with Circle Internet Financial, the company behind the USDC coin. Visa will issue a credit card that lets business send and receive USD payments directly, the company revealed. While Visa itself won't custody the stablecoin, partnership will see Circle working with Visa to help integrate the USDC software into their platform and send and receive USDC payments. Circle has joined the Visa Fast Track program. Visa's head of cryptocurrency, Coy Sheffield, told Forbes. The partnership will avail USDC payments to over 60 million merchants, ushering in a new era of growth for the stablecoin. USDC, launched in September 2018, is now the second most valuable stablecoin after Tether, with a 2.9 billion market cap. It's the 13th most valuable cryptocurrency in the world. USDC could revolutionize this market, allowing near instant transfer for a few cents, Sheffield told Forbes. According to Mike Novogratz, this is massively bullish news for the entire crypto market. This is Mike Novogratz saying, this Visa news is big news for crypto, for USDC, for ETH. They have 30 merchants. The age of crypto is arriving. So the reason why so many people were saying that, like, why is he talking about ETH? Why is ETH involved in USDC? Let's take a look on this USDC. So the USDC is available as Ethereum ERC20, Algorand ASA, and Solana SPL token, supporting and integrated the token smart contract with any Ethereum, Algorand, and Solana application. So basically, Ethereum is one of the main driving force behind USDC on the blockchain. So this is why it's been linked with Ethereum. This is why when there's a bullish news for USDC, there's a bullish news for Ethereum. So this is bullish news for ETH, and this is the same. This is today's news, the same day when the US government is looking to propose a look into basically stablecoin. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen with Visa and Ethereum's partnership. However, we see that this is very bullish news for the space, and this is what I'm seeing, because over in this news we see that the government is trying to ban these stablecoin companies. But as what this guy was saying, that the best way to get involved in crypto is through stablecoins, and we see that PayPal, Square, and other well-known companies are involved in the cryptocurrency space, and majority of these people came through by stablecoins avenue. So we're going to see a huge battle in the future. We're going to see a huge war coming. There's a huge war coming between the US government and all these other private institution and also public institution that's involved with crypto. It's going to affect their bottom line, and no company likes it when you mess with their money. And there's a lot of people that's involved with the cryptocurrency space right now. We see Visa is involved, as of today, involved with USDC, we could say Ethereum blockchain. Publicly traded company participate in staking. Demand for Ethereum increases. In a press release, Ether Capital Corporation announced that it has staked funds to Ethereum's 2.0 network. In addition, the company has begun running an Ethereum validator node with the confirmation of the Genesis block yesterday, December the 1st. As also announced, the company has partnered with the service provider staked to run the node. Furthermore, they are preparing to increase their participation. The company has balance of 32,407 ETH and 2,300 Maker. In addition, they have shares in crypto exchange called Wire, based in San Francisco, US. In the statement, the company said, "Once we see the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain running in a stable fashion over a period of time and are able to fully understand and mitigate applicable risk, Ether Capital intends to make a more substantial commitment of its Ether balance of staking. Ether Capital has now staked the minimum of 32 ETH in the Ethereum 2.0 depositing contract. The new POS-based mechanism mechanism will allow validators to earn rewards for verifying transactions in the Beacon chain and participate in the network consensus. In this way, they will be able to earn inflationary block rewards. This reward estimated Ether capital is at 16% annual return based on the amount of ETH currently staked. Ether Capital CEO Brian Musov said, "The launch of Ethereum 2.0 is an exciting and historic milestone in digital asset space, and we are thrilled to be part of it by running a validator. The transition to staking has been part of the Ether Capital's roadmap since inception, and means that Ether holders are now able to generate an Ether-dominated return or yield by participating in network validation." Mythos Capital founder Ryan Sean Adams believed that Ether Capital's participation in the Ethereum 2.0 is the beginning of a trend for institutional investors that will seek to gain exposure to ETH. A public traded company is now running an Ethereum staking node. It won't be the last. I anticipate most Fortune 500 companies in finance and tech will run staking nodes by the end of this decade. So this is the opinion from this guy, that most Fortune 500 companies will be running an Ether staking node, and I'm personally going to be running one soon. I'm personally going to be running a staking node. I'm going to be using, as if you watch my previous video, I talk about Staker and Rocket Pool. I'm going to be running a node on an Anchor. I might test out Rocket Pool as well, but my stake will be an Anchor majority. Majority of my stake will be an Anchor, and I'll try to use the Anchor node on the node for Ethereum and Anchor. So we can see that so this is the first public traded company to be investing in Ethereum bonds, because we also made a previous video on how Ethereum is like 144th country in the world in terms of the bond assets. So in terms of the bond assets, so Ethereum is in the class now with countries and nation. 145th country, I think it's after Chad. The country Chad, Zimbabwe, and countries like these are in the vicinity of where Ethereum is currently based on its current price, right? So when it goes up in value, it's going to continue to climb up the ladder and start to compete with big nations. This is the level of Ethereum right now, and we see this is the first public traded company to basically be involved staking it. And this guy is predicting that in the future there's going to be most of these Fortune 500 companies going to be involved. So these people that always talk about ETH flipping Bitcoin, this is a big use case. This is a big case for that. This is a big case for Ethereum flipping Bitcoin's price. So I can see Ethereum being everything. Ethereum is going to be a store of value. It's going to be a currency by using MetaMask. We know that we use Gwei. It's basically, it has derivatives. It has its own dexes, its own exchanges. So I can see Ethereum is going to be the center of everything on the blockchain. That's what they're trying to do, and so far they're accomplishing it. So this is a very bullish news for ETH holders. A very, very bullish news for ETH holders. And I would advise, this is not financial advice. I don't give out financial advice, but in my mind, if you're not gathering Ethereum right now, well, to be honest, you don't know what's going on in the crypto space. If you're not gathering Ethereum right now, you're oblivious to what's going on right now in the space. And I feel like most people should be looking deep into the partnership Ethereum is making right now, and look deep into the people that's making a bridge with Ethereum. These are big signs of what's to come in the future. As what I said, that anyone that controls the money controls the world. So far, America has been controlling the world because they are the world financial power. China is trying to compete right now because they're growing, in their economy is growing, and they're trying to they're almost surpassing America in the finance. So we see on the blockchain space, Ethereum controls all the money. So in return, Ethereum will have all the power. So guys, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, make sure you click the subscribe button, make sure you like and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these news that we just went through. Also click the notification bell so YouTube will let you know each time I upload a video. So make sure you tune in next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video. Goodbye.